Hey guys, it's Lucy, and I wanted to make an announcement video, but rather than just doing a plain announcement, I thought we could do just a fun little speed build here. What we are building today is my childhood home. I lived there from the age of 5. My parents moved out probably 3 years ago, so they lived there for a very long time. So I know this house like the back of my hand, which is why I thought it might be fun to just, you know, build it for you. And when it's finished, you will be able to download it if you want. It's a really small house. Even as a kid, it was a really small house for me. So, if you do want to download it, you're really going to need to make some changes to it probably just to make it livable for whatever Sims you want to chuck in there, just because the beds aren't all totally accessible. It's a very, very small house, but it was cozy. It was home. So that's what we're going to build today. Also, as I said, I wanted to make an announcement because I'm sure you know that The Sims 4 City Living is coming out in just a couple of days. So on Saturdays, we're going to be doing a new series on my channel that is The Sims 4 City Living. I don't know the particulars about what our characters are going to look like right now, just because I don't have the pack yet, obviously, since it's not out, and I haven't really been watching anybody's preview videos because I really want it to be a surprise. I haven't learned much about it. I want it to be a total surprise. And so, yeah, I don't know much about it right now, but I do know that once a week on Saturdays, we're going to be posting a video. The royal we. I am going to be posting a video weekly for The Sims 4 City Living. And I'm pretty excited about it just to get, I haven't played The Sims 4 in a while, I guess, just because after a while I started to get, I don't want to say bored with it, but it was just, the same thing over and over again. And I wasn't a big fan of Get Together just because I don't know, it was a little, the social interactions were really draining for me because I'm not a social person so much. So it was like the cliques and the groups and just, it's cool, I guess, if I was going to do a longer series just for myself in my own game, because I like the idea that you could do like friends groups. You could do the jocks and the nerds could all come over after school, or you could have like your best friends in a group and then they could come over after school and you wouldn't have to call them each individually. So that's cool to me, but it was not my favorite expansion pack. So I really do have high hopes for City Living just because as I said, I don't know much about it. So it's a mystery right now, and I love a good mystery. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening. Every Saturday, come back and find a new video, City Living, and hopefully we'll keep it going for a while just because I would like to have a longer running series. I'm still going to be posting Sims 3 videos and Sims 2 videos on Sundays, our Sims 2 days, and we're going to be moving out of the orphanage challenge, which I have a couple more of those to do. But then I think we're going to be doing the Build a City challenge, which is going to be a lot of work and it's going to be a really long series, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. So keep your eyes out for that as well. The Sims 3 series just started, so we're not gonna speculate about that right now. But yeah, this is the kitchen of our little house. Yeah, it is very, very small, and you'll see in a minute that I'm trying to add in the table, and there's just not enough room for like the real size table that we had, so I had to adjust the spacing just a little bit. When we moved into this house, I was 5 years old. I wasn't even in kindergarten yet. I remember like my first day of kindergarten, I was standing on the steps of this house, and there's a picture of me holding I had the dog from The Little Mermaid. It was huge and shaggy, and there's a picture of me like holding it in my little dress on the first day of kindergarten. And when we moved into the house, it was summer, I think, because there's a picture of me with like the neighbor girls. Yeah, that picture. And I just remember that's like probably one of my earliest memories. I have a couple of memories of like other houses and things, but this was really the house I grew up in. And yeah, it was pretty tiny, as you can see. You walked in through the foyer there, and then, the kitchen was on the right. Actually, underneath the stairs was the basement, which I didn't do in this house, obviously. But, like, you could probably, if you wanted to download it and go in after, you could add a basement if you wanted. You would just have to push that back wall out a little bit because, and if I had really, I didn't want to make this video too long, so I didn't, but if you want to go in and put things on the pantry shelves, like, I think that would be cool, especially because you can do, with just some of the cheats and things, you can make things bigger or smaller and really adjust the height of them. So I think you could really stack those shelves with just like a whole bunch of crap, which is like really a whole bunch of junk is exactly what was in that pantry. Like, we didn't really keep food in there. It was more of a place for all the junk in the house to just sort of accumulate. I do have the kitchen stuff pack? Yeah, I'm not sure. But I didn't really fill the kitchen up either. This is definitely more of a, I want to say like an outline of the house than it is just a perfect replica. It's a pretty good representation. I'll post, if you go onto my website, I'll post some pictures to go along with this video so that you can sort of compare and contrast. But yeah, you'll just want to go on my website, which obviously the information is in my information bar. What do you call that thing? I don't know. The description. Yeah, that thing. The description. So, yeah. And the art in this is really odd, and I don't know. I think it's really cartoony. I don't use custom content with this game because it's so fast right now, just the way that it is. And part of me wants to get some like fancy hairs and some, I see like outfits people have, and they're super, super cute. So maybe in the near future, I'll start getting into custom content for this, just because there wasn't a lot of like that couch is supposed to be blue, and it's the perfect couch. It's just not the right color. And I really do miss The Sims 3, where you could customize the colors on things. But it's the best I can do. And as you can see, there was not a lot of space in the living room either. Just, at one point we actually had a really big, ugly, like, 70s couch in our living room. And also I couldn't find the right drapes here either, because we had big blue drapes, but they were more substantial. I think it's weird how the drapes don't really cover much of the window, but I guess they're made for smaller windows. I don't know. I'm not some sort of mathematician. So I threw up drapes instead. No, shades. Because we always did have shades. And that 2 windows should actually be 1 window. But I have a really hard time with things that aren't even. So I had to... And yeah, I changed the couch out too. Because not only was it not the right color, but we also always had an end table in this room. And most of our furniture does not match. Because we didn't have like... It was always Grandma's end table and Uncle Joe's couch and... yard sale mirror. So everything, nothing ever really matched. At one point, the stairs are going to disappear because I wasn't really paying attention, I guess. And so this room is actually kind of close to what my room looked like, except that pink color is just not pink enough. When I was 19, I decided I was going to paint my room hot pink. So I went to like Home Depot and I got the pinkest paint that I could find, and it was called Tink Pink. It was a Disney color, and let me tell you, that is the most fluorescent pink you could possibly imagine. And I'm going to post a picture of it right now. Yeah, it was that pink. And this, the art I'm putting on the walls, as I said, it's really cartoony art in this game, and I'm not a big fan of it. I really do prefer more... I prefer serious art, because... my Sims prefer serious art. I'm not sure. But, yeah, none of it really looked right in my room. But that's the best we can do. Also, that closet is, the 2 closets were a walk-in closet that within 2 years or so I had just filled all the way. Just all the way with junk, and you couldn't walk through it anymore. I don't actually know if it was meant to be a walk-in closet. It was a walk-through closet, but it was tiny, and it was full of junk. And that was a little half bathroom, too, that nobody ever used because it was just so small. All of our ceilings were sort of angled. So yeah, this is it. My childhood home. It looks disturbingly accurate, although there was like a second apartment that sort of stuck off the back. So I obviously didn't include that. But yeah. So again, if you want to download this house for whatever reason, it's going to be on the exchange. And by the exchange, I mean whatever they're calling it these days. But you can find it under #LucyPlays. And I hope to see you next Saturday for a very exciting premiere when we start a new series, The Sims 4 City Living. So until next time, see ya!